Hi guys, and welcome to another video by Fitness Technology Services. Today's video we're going to change the resistance motor. Some companies call it gear motor, servo motor. But this little device right down here that changes the resistance by this cable, and it moves the magnets inside of this flywheel further and closer to the metal, which gives it more resistance. So the first thing we're going to do is, I have it plugged in, I am going to block this. And the reason why I'm trying to do this is so that when this raises up, the slack will be in here and it'll be a little easier to replace. I'll show you. Well, I'll show you real quick. So when you up your resistance, it actually gives you a little more cable. But then the cable's all used up by running up inside here with this actuator. So what I like to do is I like to stop it, then run the resistance up, and what I'm really trying to do is get this all the way around. Can you see that? Alright, so that's at its max resistance. Alright, so now what we want to do is we're going to physically push this down so that we have more slack in the cable. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do, and I got to be careful on this so I'm not in the way constantly, is I'm going to disconnect power. So you always want your machine unplugged, turned off. You want to make sure that you're safe. Alright, so we need to disconnect this. I'm showing that pretty good. Hopefully I'm not in the way. Hold this tab down and pull this little pin out here. There we go. So that takes power away from our resistance motor. I guess we'll probably have to clip this tie wrap. Alright, so now we can really just disconnect this resistance motor. But again, I want this to eventually be pulled down so there's more slack on this. So let's see. I'm going to get in your way for 1 second. Alright, so I'm on the back screw there. Let's get another view of it. Pull that screw out. This looks like I only have to loosen this one. This looks like it's slotted, but we'll see. Alright, so I've loosened the back one here. Now, probably could have just loosened that one too. It looks slotted also. Alright. So I've got these screws removed. And is this one back here slotted too? Yeah. So there's our resistance motor. It's still got a lot of tension on the cable. Alright. So what I'm going to do next is I am just going to physically push this little actuator, or whatever you want to call it, down, and kind of put my screwdriver in there just to hold it in place. So now that I got some slack on the cable, I'm just going to take this around here like so and put it back on there. Alright, so I don't even have to mess with the flywheel because I have enough slack in the cable by pushing the little actuator down. Alright, I'm not even going to take the cable off. This is kind of the easiest way that I can think of to do this. So pretend new gear motor, servo motor, resistance motor. I'm going to put this back in here like so. Run this back around. So easy with slack. or easier. Alright, put this screw back. Phillips head. Make sure I'm coordinated enough to do it. I guess that's not really the machine's fault now, is it? Alright. So tighten this one back here, back down. Alright. I guess I'm going to do the back one when I'm not blocking your view. I think you get the general idea on that. And also, to get to the point to where you can see the resistance motor like this, I'm kind of doing the Nordictrack differently than I did the sold machines. I'm doing them kind of one step at a time. So I'm not taking the whole machine apart and putting it back together again. I have a video on how to remove the covers, how to remove the hood, basically to get to this point. Alright, so far we've done this, and we've done that. So next thing I'm going to do is pull that back up, and it will go all the way up. The next service call, well, this is actually a service call. The next video is going to be on replacing this, because this is what the actual customer's issue is. Alright, I guess it can't hurt to hook your resistance motor back up. It can't hurt to put another tie wrap in. I'm going to wait until I'm ready to do a complete job for that. Although that doesn't really look like it's going to hit anything or hurt anything. And I guess that's it for this video. Certainly a lot quicker doing them with the machine apart instead of taking it apart each time. Thanks a lot for viewing. I will get right back to you with the actual service call on this machine, which is a problem with this flywheel. Don't want to get into that now because that's a separate video. Alright, thanks a lot. Hopefully this helps. Thank you for viewing. Oh, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Fitness Technology Services.